Most of the safety issues with TIG welding have to do with protecting my body from heat and light. The light given off by an electric arc can cause the sunburn from hell, so it's essential that I protect my body from those harmful rays. I wear gloves when I'm welding, and I like these particular gloves because they're made of a very soft, flexible leather. That's a very nice feature. It's important that I wear a long sleeve shirt when I'm welding. This protects my forearms from both light and from any occasional sparks that may be thrown off. The fabric of the sleeves is important. What you don't want is a synthetic fabric, because if anything hot comes in contact with it, it melts, it sticks to your skin, it's really a mess. So cotton is probably the best fabric, and a tightly woven fabric is the best. It's important that I have foot coverage as well. I'm wearing leather shoes. You don't want to wear sandals when you're TIG welding. And in fact, open-toed shoes or canvas shoes are not to be recommended either. It's essential to use a welding helmet when you're welding. And this one I like for a number of reasons. The first is because it has a very large window. I wear bifocals, and to focus close, I need to look through just the bottom quadrant of the lenses. Only a helmet with a large window allows me to do that. This is an auto Darken helmet, which means that it's a very light shade when I'm not welding, and as soon as the arc starts, it goes to the dark shade. So it protects me from the welding. And in addition, this welding helmet has a dial that allows me to control the shade of the lens. For welding light materials, I usually have it set on a shade 9. When I'm welding heavier materials, I need to use more current. It makes a brighter arc. I may need to darken it to a 10 or even an 11. So it's nice to have that adjustment. So those are the basic safety issues. Let's take a look now at the machine setup. This is the machine we'll be using for our demonstration. It's the Miller Dynasty 200DX. Really a nice little machine. Don't let the small size deceive you. This is an industrial strength machine. It's a full-on 200 amp machine. It can work either AC or DC. The inverter technology allows us to have advanced controls of the waveform that we'll talk about shortly. But one of the things I really like about this machine is its portability. It only weighs 45 pounds. That means I can pick it up and take it anywhere. It plugs into anything between 115 volts, 440 volts, so we can use this machine anywhere that electrical power is available. This is the handpiece. This is where the heat comes from. There's a tungsten electrode, and the arc stream comes off of this tungsten electrode. Now there are two basic processes that TIG welding is done with: AC and DC, alternating current and direct current. In direct current, electrode negative, which used to be called straight polarity, the direction of electron flow is from the electrode into the workpiece. So the majority of the heat goes into the workpiece. The handpiece stays relatively cool. A few metals are welded in the alternating current mode. Aluminum and magnesium are the most common metals welded this way. In the alternating current mode, the current goes part of the time from the electrode to the workpiece and part of the time from the workpiece to the electrode. In the old sine wave style machines, the amount of time spent on each mode was equal. With the advanced inverter technology, now we can control how much of the waveform is in electrode negative and how much is in electrode positive. And what we're really changing with that is the balance between penetration and the cleaning action of the arc. Very nice to have that control. Let's take a look now at how the actual settings are made on this machine.